Wanted. Someone to go back in time and cover games news with us. You'll get paid in exposure after we get back. We have never done this before. Journalism not guaranteed. Well, I think that was good. Hi everyone, I'm Tectonic Improv. Welcome to Journalism Not Guaranteed, the weekly gaming news podcast where we cover future, past, and present, not future. I'm joined by my two co-hosts, Null Toxicity.
Hey, I play PS2.
Yes, of Repstugog fame, and Tabby Nickel.
I own both their domains.
She owns us. So, we've never done this before, as I said in the intro, but the whole conceit of this show says a gaming news podcast. Don't leave yet. Gaming news podcast where we cover not only the current events but also news from the past during this week. So, for example, we'll take a date from this week back in like 2005 or maybe even 2011 or even further back possibly. One problem is that it gets the further back you go, the harder it gets to find news down to the week. But I think as this show goes on, we'll get better at covering past events like from the 90s and even maybe the 80s. But yeah. So who wants to start us off? We wanted to talk about the state of play, right?
Yeah, the state of play, the Sony state of play.
This is technically beyond our purview. We're doing it a little bit like beyond a week just because we wanted to cover it, and also it's the pilot episode, so who cares? But it was on the 25th.
This would have been a week if this was recording day, because we were going to record tomorrow, but we changed it to today, so it fits right in.
True.
Actually.
Yeah, but it was Thursday, right? So if we recorded fuck it, whatever. Let's rattle this shit off.
Yeah, so the state of play, it was on the 25th of February, 2021. And it was actually very short. Was there anything of interest that you guys saw on the state of play? I know the Five Nights at Freddy's security breach the security breach was very interesting to me.
Yeah. I mean, the Five Nights at Freddy thing, I was kind of surprised. I mean, not surprised with how much of a billing that this has gotten in previous state of plays, and like at the PS5 reveal that they showed this game off. Was
that the reveal or was it the September event?
That was that one of those two. It was revealed a while ago, and then the gameplay on this is more than just you sitting at a desk and being able to look left and right.
Hey, those games are very good, I hear from
Markiplier
5-year-olds. Yeah, that too.
Yeah. No, so I enjoy Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, I played it when they were out. They're fun. I'm probably gonna try this to get some use out of my PS5.
Are you the only one who has a PS5 here?
Yeah, I'm the only one.
Yeah, I'll be getting one eventually, but we're in PS5 purgatory right now where nobody can have them except people who pre-ordered them. I
didn't even pre-order. I got mine. Well, technically, I got in the initial pre-order window, but that was basically day one sales. Like, it was impossible to get, but I traded all my luck for the next 5 years for it, apparently.
What was it? There was like a listing at like Walmart or something today for PS5s. And I was like, no, all right, well, let's try it. And they made me do like just like the never-ending CAPTCHA like staircase. They kept making me do CAPTCHAs. And I was like, when does this fucking end? I got to like the 6th CAPTCHA, and it was like 10 after 3, and they went up at 3, and I was like, do I really need a PS5 right now? Probably not. And then I just went back to work.
You did just buy a TV.
I did just buy a TV. Very nice TV.
The trick, and this is for all the viewers out there as well, if you want to buy a PS5, Walmart is the easiest to go through. And what you have to do, it's the easiest to go through, because what you can do on Walmart that you can't do with other websites, or that they like booted out of the cart for a while, you can keep it in saved for later. even while it's out of stock, so that when it becomes in stock, it's already in your cart.
Damn, that's a mogul move.
Yeah, I didn't do that. I just saw Wario64 tweet out like available at Walmart. I decided, let's see if I can get one, and here we are now.
Also, the Knockout City got like a beta announcement. I really haven't been following Knockout City at all. I know it was announced on a Nintendo Direct, but it looks cool to me.
Really?
So, forgive me if I'm mistaken, but Knockout City is the one on the Nintendo Direct that had like the weird princess.
Yes, it is.
Yes, the princess, the pixely princess girl that everyone liked. After like watching some like gameplay of the game, not beside like really good art, and just being like, yeah, I like battle royales. I like this conceptually. I definitely will give it a try. I haven't touched the beta because I don't know, but it's it's gonna be cross-play, so that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hadn't actually hadn't heard of this game before the Direct. I like missed whatever Nintendo or I Direct this state of play. I missed whatever Nintendo Direct had it, or even that princess art.
There's one literally from like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was very recent.
The Direct that everyone said was bad.
I watched that direct and I forgot everything about it.
It was mostly anime. That's why people said it was bad.
True.
It was kind of bad though. Let's not kid ourselves.
Knockout City, that looks fun. I will try it whenever it's available.
I will never play this game.
But it's on Nintendo Switch, Tech.
Yeah. We'll talk about Nintendo Switch in a bit.
Also, Deathloop trailer.
Oh yeah, Deathloop. Yeah, that's Arcane,
interesting
right?
looking.
Yeah,
Arcane. Very
excited for Deathloop. I've been following this since they announced it.
Yeah, this is at Bethesda's E3 like 2 years ago, right? That's when they first started showing it off. It's been at like every Sony show too.
Yeah, because it has Sony exclusivity.
Yeah, for who knows how long.
Yeah, it feels like Dishonored.
Yeah.
In like gameplay, but
Dishonored,
like it looks
roguelike.
interesting.
Is it a roguelike?
That's what I heard. I was reading up some stuff about Deathloop today, and apparently they described it as a roguelike or roguelite.
Yeah, it's a roguelike, and they have specifically mentioned like later on that they're not doing any multiplayer support. They're going to strictly focus on single player.
That's
which
good.
Sucks because after looking at Deathloop, I'm like, this would be like really cool as like a co-op like game.
Did Prey have co-op stuff?
No,
I don't think so.
Well, no. Prey did have a multiplayer mode. Didn't it have like a prop hunt mode on it?
Oh yeah, it did. It got added in later though.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. I don't think it was there during launch because that's when I bought Prey.
No, it definitely wasn't.
I was like one of the 5 people that paid full price for Prey.
I paid $10 for it.
I paid $60.
Oh no.
Hey, it was cool for the 2-3 days I played it.
Don't make me tap the Monkey Island sign.
What is the inflation rate for that thing? It's like $40 for a computer game now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. $40.
Yeah. So still an L. It's okay.
On that. Just a quick side tangent, not related to this. Take-Two put out a tweet earlier today, linking to an article with an interview with one of their like CEO execs, whatever. That was like, we think that the consumer is ready to pay $70 for a video game. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
Everyone watch GusToxward's video on $70 games. It'll be in the show notes.
Yeah, it's a very good video.
Great vid. I just watched it again the other day.
Yeah, I don't want to get like too stuck on the state of play, so rapid fire. Give me your like 3-word thoughts. Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade.
I'm glad I waited to play that game.
The Final Fantasy VII Yuffie DLC, but $7 to buy Yuffie. Whatever. Just that picture. The picture of Yuffie. That's not 3 words. God damn it.
Is it the picture of the Yuffie with the face app smile?
Yuffie is cute.
Yuffie is cute. All right. Kenna Bridge of Spirits, a.k.a. Horizon Zero Dawn 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yep.
Girl with bow.
Very cool. Okay, Returnal. I don't remember this game.
That's the other AAA roguelike.
Yes. It's made by Housemarque. They did Nex Machina.
Looks very cool.
Am I confusing Returnal with like Deathloop? And Returnal is the roguelike, and Deathloop is just like a Dishonored-esque shooter?
Because Deathloop is like a... because I haven't looked at anything because I'm trying to go into Deathloop as blind as like possible.
Yeah.
Because I was like, isn't Deathloop like a linear action game?
I could have sworn I saw something about roguelite elements. Maybe that's it.
I don't know. Anyway, whatever I said about Deathloop, I actually meant about Returnal. I would like co-op, but it's not going to have it. All right. What else? Oddworld Soulstorm. I literally don't care.
Does anyone care? Does anyone care?
Tell me, Oddworld fans.
I care that it's they're like remaking the Oddworld games when they had like a 7-6 game plan for this series, and they're like at the same spot they were back in 2000, because this is a remake of Exodus, I'm pretty sure.
Hey Noel, can you believe we're talking to the world's only Oddworld fan right now?
I'm literally not even an Oddworld fan. I've never played an Oddworld game in my life, but I've watched the Matthew Matos's videos on Oddworld, so that's how I know this.
I've literally never heard of it before. Like, I've heard of it, I've never heard anyone talk about playing it.
Okay, great. Crash Bandicoot 4. The girl is cute.
It's Crash Bandicoot 4, but on PS5. There's nothing to show. Why was it here?
Why was it like it like started the show off too, which was like kind of weird because we already knew this. They already talked about this. It was like when remember in the Sony show back in June where they were just like GTA 5 is coming to the PS5, and we're like, oh god, no.
That show had the big dick energy because they opened with GTA 5 and then immediately went into Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah, that was just very worrying. That's how they started the show. It's like, oh, fuck.
What are the last two things? Hyperlight Drift or Solar Ash? Is that the game? Yeah, from Heart Machine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Reduce the hit stun on that game. Noel and I were watching, and I remember talking about that. The hit stun is way too long.
Yeah, it looks cool, but like anytime you're hitting something, it feels like it just like fucking demolishes the flow of like gameplay. I hope they change that.
How good was the gameplay in Hyper Light Drifter? I've never played it.
It's very good. It is. You know, there's those indie. It doesn't fall under this, but I'm going to use this. I'm sorry. You know those Souls-like indie games that are like 5 out of 10s?
Yes.
Yeah, Salt and Sanctuary.
Yeah, like that. That's gonna upset some people. It's like that, but good.
So, all right. Follow-up question: is this or is this not made by the Fury devs?
This is not made by the Fury devs.
Okay, well, I for some reason I always just assume it is. I guess because they kind of look similar.
They have a very similar aesthetic, and I think they have a similar name as well. The last game that doesn't have that hit stop issue is Sifu. That game's going to be a 10 out of 10. I'm just telling you right now. That game is going to be a 10 out of 10. Absolver is a 9 out of 10 game, minus the fact that it died immediately because it's a game that requires a ton of people playing it.
I think it's going to be like okay, but probably like too short or something. I don't know. Looks kind of neat though.
It's definitely going to be too short.
It's like they watched the Daredevil hallway scene and were like, let's make that a game.
So have either of you played Absolver?
Oh, I don't play
I've played
video
it
games.
very briefly.
I just talk about them online.
I've played Absolver a little bit. I got into and I tried to fight people online, and I was like, I'm really bad at this game, but it looks cool.
Because I feel like it's a game that a lot of people missed, and this game seems to just be Absolver, but with the things that people criticize the game about. So yeah, I guess 2 thumbs up for me, and I'll buy it day one.
Cool. Yeah, for me, it's interesting. It's going to be single player. That's it. I mean, I probably won't even play it until like it goes on sale like way later.
Oh, one more thing about Sifu. As soon as I saw that name, I immediately thought of the Sufi from Dane Cook. You know,
that is so like esoteric. I don't know.
Do you not know what the Sufi is?
No.
Oh my god, I can't believe this is such a... I expected, like... At first I expected Tabby to say, like, Tech, fuck you, and Null to, like, laugh hysterically that I was thinking of Dane Cook. But apparently none of you have watched Dane Cook.
Tech, let me just make something clear. Fuck you, Dane Cook. Lol. Second off, I
haven't watched Dane Cook since I was, like, a baby.
I can't believe this.
I couldn't name you one Dane Cook joke right now.
The movie Dune is in my chocolatey drink. All right, fuck it, whatever. Is there anything else from the state of play?
No, that's it. We're done with it.
Awesome, great. The 4 out of 10, the absolute state of play. Anyway,
the absolute state of play. Other than that, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on this week. I feel maybe not a lot, but some interesting
quite
stuff.
a bit. I think there's some pretty cool hitters this week. Do you want to talk about the other Sony news?
Other Sony news. What? Oh, them moving away from movies and TV shows?
Yeah, the way you listed it in your notes made it seem like they were like, oh yeah, we're not going to make movies and TV shows anymore. But what it really is that they're just not going to sell them on their store anymore.
Yeah, no, they're done selling like movies and TV shows for like purchase and rental, I guess. Yeah, the story is way more tame than my notes let it seem.
How sensational.
Also, Tech, how could you let the viewer know that we have notes? Come on, what is this?
You're right. Cut that out.
That out.
Yeah, we get this all from the top of our heads because we're epic gamers and we just know this stuff.
Because it's 2021, year of the gamer.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, so I kind of want to just like jump right into the Elden Ring stuff.
Okay.
The game that has been in pre-release purgatory for a very long time, and people are very
everyone
hungry
always
for
says
news
that.
on
It's
it.
been it got announced in 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Armored Core fans eat your heart out, but like,
yeah, it's like fucking guys, be patient.
People are clamoring. That's all I'm saying.
There was a fucking pandemic last year. I don't know. So everyone's like, oh my god, where's the Elden Ring news? It's like, well, first of all, they're working with George R.R. Martin. You gotta get used to waiting. Second off, it's not even been that long. Metroid Prime 4 fans have literally been waiting 4 years for that game.
Yeah, no, for sure. So pretty much, Elden Ring, like, it all started with a games journalist,
Jeff Grubb.
Jeff Grubb, right?
Yep.
Yeah, the G-man himself.
He said he was gonna the Elden Ring news would appear by the end of March, and I think he heavily implied that it'd be at the Xbox show.
Yeah, people immediately like lost their shit and they're like, "Wow, it's gonna be at the Microsoft show? That's crazy, dude!"
Can't wait to buy it on my PS5.
I do not remember the name of the Xbox guy. Does anyone know his name? The guy that refuted that claim?
Yeah, where is it hiding?
Aaron Greenberg.
Thank you.
Aaron Greenberg, yeah. So Aaron Green, I almost said Andy Bogard because I was like reading your stuff. Aaron Greenberg basically was like, "Yeah, no, we're not doing that. Don't expect that, please.
We don't have anything to show. Actually, please keep your expectations in check. There is nothing. There won't be nothing."
Yeah, and then a little bit later, Jason Schreier confirms that there are like a bunch of like clips going around in like journalist circles, and then it gets like actually leaked, and
yes.
We pretty much see like a hand cam version of like a trailer for the game. How's the trailer? I have watched it.
I did not watch the trailer.
So I saw that there was a full trailer, but I didn't watch that because there's apparently there was two versions of the trailer going around. There was the really shitty like Nokia phone quality trailer that was going around.
Insane that we're in current year and leakers still cannot have good video quality.
The thing is if the video quality is too good, nobody will believe them.
True. But there was a second one that had higher quality video, and it was the full minute-long trailer.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that, but I saw some screen grabs from it.
I heard it's like Dark Souls with horses.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it. It looks cool. A lot of people are calling it The Witcher because there's a horse.
Because they have gamer brain and they see something and they have to immediately relate it to another game.
I also saw a lot of people being like, man, this looks like shit. And it's like, you're looking at a fucking leak,
dude,
from somebody's like Sony Ericsson flip phone. Like,
yeah.
I do see the argument of people going, I wanted this to be something different.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think that's where some people are saying, wow, this looks like shit. Because in the sense of, wow, I didn't want another Souls game. They wanted something like Sekiro, where it's the same like energy, but is a different game as a whole.
It is kind of a shame that From Software is ever since like Demon Souls, or I guess Dark Souls really, they've been sort of like pigeonholed into making. I say that as if like they're being forced to make these games. Obviously, they want, if they didn't want to make them, they wouldn't make them. But I don't know. I can empathize with people who want like something else from Software, not even just like Armored Core, but like where's Cookie and Cream 2? Where is Echo Knight Beyond 2? Where is did they actually make 3D Dot Game Heroes, or did they just publish it?
No
Couldn't
idea.
Tell you. Does anybody actually care about Cookie and Cream?
No, it's just funny to say. It's just funny to say that the Dark Souls guys made Cookie and Cream. I've actually never played it.
Okay.
Where is Evergrace 3? Where is Eternal Ring 2?
Where's Kingsfield?
What are you talking about, Null? Elden Ring is coming out. It's going to actually be an Eternal Ring sequel.
I really hope that there is some connection to Eternal Ring, because that would be really funny. However, talking about the trailer itself, because I did watch it, it looks cool. It looks like the like world design or like the level design is a lot more open than previous Souls series, which is interesting to me. Also, you get to fight a dragon. That's pretty cool. That looks cool. I know Demon Souls did it first, but like
Souls games have been very good at dragon fights. So this should be good.
I saw them like being on a horse and like side slashing with their sword, which doesn't look very fun, but I get it. If you put a swordsman on a horse, you want to have him slash. I'm excited to like see this like trailer in its like full like glory, so I can like actually,
whenever they decide to show it, that'll be good. Yeah. I remember when Twilight Princess came out, and like one of the big features of that game was when you're riding on Epona, you can take out your sword and attack. And everyone was like, "Oh my god, yes!" Including me, because it was raw as fuck.
Q 15 years later, and everyone has stopped caring about that.
That being said, a horseback archery is like the coolest thing on earth.
Horseback archery's right. That's all.
It's fine.
Little fucking archers, dude. They're on horses. I don't know.
Yeah.
What news do you got, Tabby?
Oh, all right.
Let's bring it over to Tabby with the news.
Do we want to hit esoteric fighting game news first? I can sort of just dump through all that really quick.
Yeah, just rapid fire it. Just
pop. So first thing that happened, KOF 15 was confirmed by the developer that they are working on rollback netcode for the launch of that game after being owned by it on Twitter for a week by dodging the question at a event they were at.
Rollback, good.
It's good that they're doing that at least.
Yes, and it was a big worry because games are dead on arrival if they don't have rollback netcode now, which is a unfortunate truth, unless they're Street Fighter. I think that's the only game that can go without rollback, but that still technically has rollback.
Oh yeah, don't they have like their own? Don't they have like, we have rollback at home?
Okay, so it uses in-house rollback, but basically there's the main issue, which was solved by shit person Mike Zed, who essentially there's an issue of clock desync that happens, and it always happens in every single game, but it happens on a micro level, so it's not too bad, but there's times where it can be off by 2 to 3 seconds, especially playing coast to coast, and that's where it's the issue. MVCI has a fixed version of that netcode, but that game died due to a lot of other reasons. But that's whatever.
Because it looked like shit. Oh, Street Fighter 5 looks like shit too, and that game's fine. So.
Yeah, but Ono's not in the company anymore, so it's gonna be fine.
Do people hate that guy?
Ono, people don't like him as a game dev, but they love him as a person.
Well, shit.
Yeah. It's like that sucks. But then as soon as the new guys were brought in, they started being super transparent and started doing things people have been asking for 5 years. So it's like, oh, wait, hold on. Ono was the issue with all of this. And he may be the reason why we haven't gotten a CVS game since 2002. Guilty Gear XX Accent Core Plus R had a new update with some updates to their use of GGPO rollback netcode. But more importantly, the replay system has a wonderful function in it that you can go back in a replay and you can take control from any moment. So and that's now something that needs to be in every fighting game in the future. That's not this is really cool. That should be bare minimum. I
think that was in this like hack for Melee called like 20XX training or like Legacy Edition or something, Tournament Edition I think is what it was called. It was made by Dan Salvato, the Doki Doki Literature Club guy. But you could like look at replays and then like push a button command and then go back into the match. I'm pretty sure. No, I didn't know. I didn't know Dan Salvato was the 20XX guy. Neat. All right. He did the memory card, not the original hack pack. That was some other guy whose name is escaping me right now. But yeah, no, he did Doki Doki
Uncle
Literature
Punch,
Club.
is it?
No, Uncle Punch was later.
Oh, okay.
So to continue, Andy Bogard was revealed for KOF 15. This is the most drip he's ever had in a game, and that's saying a lot.
That's awesome. Good for him.
And it's the best. It's if you like King of Fighters, or if you don't, go watch the trailer. I think it's really good. I'm very excited for King of Fighters 15.
All 20 seconds of it.
That's actually a good one. It's like 40.
That's good.
Guilty Gear Strive was delayed until June 11th, and they stated reasons because we made the bad game. Their lobby system was horrible. If you've seen my Twitter, you know my opinions on it. It is a shit show and a half, but they're apparently doing something to fix it. Hopefully that's revert every change they've made for the past year, but we'll find out.
I choose to believe that it's getting delayed due to Potemkin mains.
Good.
Christ.
And then I'll save the last fighting game news for when I talk about a thing later. I think. Annie dropped today for Skullgirls.
How's Annie?
They found round start TODs with her within 15 minutes of her coming out.
Wonderful.
For those who don't know, a touch of death is a combo that leads to a 100-0 death.
Isn't the whole point of Skullgirls? Aren't there like a shit ton of infinites in that game?
Yeah.
Not gonna get into it.
Did I just fucking? Did I just say a no?
It's a game with a lot of resets, not a lot of infinites. Let's put it like that.
Oh god, whatever. Is it? You said that's all the fighting game news for now?
That's everything except for the New Game Plus Expo, which we'll talk about later.
Oh man, I'm noticing that like a lot of our stories kind of like intertwine or are like pretty big stories. But all right, I'll do this one. This one's actually surprisingly quick. You wouldn't think so, but it is. E3's canceled. They were gonna do some sort of online like digital event, and then they decided to cancel it like 2 weeks later. I assume it's because it had to do with like some sort of cost required for like presenting at the digital E3 showcase that probably steered people away. But I mean, I assume that the regular E3 show also had that cost associated with it, but maybe just the fact that it was a live person event made it more appealing. I don't know. The point is, it's dead again. It sucks really bad because last year's was terrible for game news. It was like every week was like some dipshit who thinks that they can make their own event, and it's like 2 hours and it's boring and it's lame and nothing comes out. It sucks, but whatever.
What I'll say is, if E3 never happens again, which I would like it to, I like E3. I'm a minority in that. Whatever. if we're gonna do the everybody does their own show thing, can we please just put it all on the same week or the same 2 weeks? I understand I understand Gamescom happens at the end of the year or end of summer, and like PAX East is sort of the beginning of it. Is the weird thing, or like there's some other event that's like a beginning of the year thing. I would rather the summer stuff.
The summer of games.
I want the summer of games to never return again. I just want it to be a single, like, give it a 2 week period, you know, let people choose when they want to have it. You know what I actually just realized? I don't think we're ever going to get a Bethesda E3 show ever again.
No, we need those.
Not.
I need to cringe.
I just
They're
like
so
Todd
much
Howard.
Fun. Yeah, also, it's so fun. Todd Howard sucks, but he's also so fun to just, like, you see him and somehow he just makes your day better. I don't know how. He just does.
And then you walk home and you find a copy of Skyrim in your pocket. It's really weird.
I've never bought Skyrim. I just need that off my chest. I've never bought it.
I've bought Skyrim like 3 times.
He's got that, like, used Carmen charisma to him. Where, like, you know, you can't stay mad at him.
4 times. I've bought Skyrim 4 times.
I miss like E3 being like the big thing, you know. It's like, oh guys, let's watch E3, you know, it's the big thing. We're gonna see all the big things. And I like that. I enjoy like looking forward to that, but also, you know, it's okay to have a bunch of smaller things. Most of them will suck.
Yeah, the last couple ones were lame because Sony wasn't there. But still, yeah, no, this sucks. All right, here's another smaller news. Mediatonic, the developers of Fall Guys, Ultimate Knockout, have been bought by Epic Games. Epic Mega Games.
Yeah. Okay, so I actually have the perfect business strategy for this, okay?
Okay.
Gotcha.
Apple Incorporated, you need to purchase Among Us.
Oh shit!
I almost threw up.
That's a good idea.
That way Apple can win the culture war versus Fortnite.
And they can make it an iOS store exclusive somehow.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, there's really not much to say. It seems from like the announcement that, I mean, it's still going to be on Steam and everything. I don't think anything's really going to change. Yeah, they're still going to bring Fall Guys to Nintendo Switch and Xbox. So yeah, I mean, you know, it's nice that, you know, it kind of sucks because, you know, Epic Games, Lamau, but also these guys made a pretty, like, hot game, and now they'll be fine.
How long will it be on Steam? Because when they bought Rocket League...
Oh, that's true.
Those guys, they said it was going to be on Steam, and then within 6 months they took it off.
That's true. That's true.
So, if you want to buy the game and you hate Epic, you have a limited amount of time.
I assume it probably won't be on sale either for a bit.
Though I think everybody who wants to buy Fall Guys has either bought it or is waiting for the Switch version.
Speaking of hilarious acquisitions, Torchlight devs Extra Games have been bought by Zynga.
Oh yeah. I was like, what? I forgot who bought them. I was like, who cares about the Torchlight devs?
Within the same 4-week period of them shutting down Farmville, they bought the Torchlight devs
and announced some Star Wars game.
So apparently, like, their reasoning for buying Extra was they wanted to use Extra to take some of their mobile games that they're apparently doing well on. This is news to me, but, you know.
Did they make that Mafia game?
I really hope not. But they want to take some of those games and kind of transition them into, like, more traditional games.
Real
like
games.
PC, you know, that kind of thing. However, this means that, like, development on the Torchlight series is completely up in the air because, like, there's been no mention of whether or not they'll get to continue making Torchlight, which I like Torchlight 2. Torchlight 3, It has problems.
Yeah,
It's
I heard
alright.
Torchlight 3 was not that good.
It's serviceable, but like it needed to be better than serviceable in my eyes. But this means that we may never see another Torchlight game again, which kind of sucks because I'd like to see them give it another go.
So, because I didn't know, would you like to hear some of the games that Zynga makes that are probably their most profitable?
Oh, please tell me.
I only know Farmville.
Well, these are their games according to their website. This is everything they have, and it looks to be all mobile games. They've got Black Diamond Casino.
Awesome.
They have Chess with Friends.
These are all Facebook games, but on an app. I can guarantee that's where this is going.
Empires and Puzzles RPG Quest.
These sound like fake names. They're just making up names.
Game of Thrones Slots Casino.
I'm gonna fucking die.
Harry Potter Puzzles and Spells.
Oh, all right, I'm gonna have to stop you right here because you said the magic word. Now you have to talk about Harry Potter.
Okay, yeah, I was angry about this earlier today. I can talk about it.
Conjure that anger, Debbie.
Do you want me to dive into it?
It's your news.
Yeah,
Is it my news?
on your sheet.
Oh, I was looking at something else. All right.
What does Expecto Patronum do?
Expecto Patronum, I don't fucking know. I don't like Harry Potter.
It changes your gender is what it does. Explain.
I need a moment. All right. So,
I need a drink.
for those of you who don't know what's going on with Hogwarts Legacy, this was a game that was leaked like a year and a half ago, and then it was like kind of half revealed a couple months ago, and then fully revealed a couple weeks later. Essentially, it's like an open world Harry Potter game set bajillion years before Harry Potter, so the school doesn't have all the weird shit in it. Hopefully the wizards still teleport their poop.
Yeah, hopefully it's before that. It's after that revelation.
So, and I'm pretty sure everyone is aware by now, J.K. Rowling is a TERF. For those who don't know what that is, she's a transphobe. She is against the transgender community in a lot of different ways. And so because of this, a lot of people have been like, that's pretty fucked up. I'm not going to buy this game. And I'll get to that in a second.
I just think it's fucked up that they're making a Harry Potter game. That's why I wasn't going to buy it.
I think it's also pretty fucked up that they're making a Harry Potter game. But they said that this game, or Jason Schreier reported that, who said this? I don't know who said it through there. I'm assuming it's WB that said it. Is that, is it WB?
Warner Bros, yeah.
Whoever the dev is for it said that this game is going to be trans inclusive and that body, voice, and gender are all separated from the player character itself, which I think is like, okay.
Oh, Pog, let's go.
That's a good way to go. But why did they have to talk about this? Because one of their lead developers has a history of being an avid Gamergate supporter.
He has like a 2-bit Sargon of Akkad YouTube channel. It's basically the way.
Now, I've pulled up his YouTube channel because I didn't actually know, and I wanted to look into this. And oh boy, not alone the Gamergate shit is bad.
I can't believe we're only the first episode, and we got a Gamergate mention. This is crazy.
I know.
It's true.
It's insane.
Maybe we'll make it a recurring theme.
Hopefully not.
Please no.
And he has some videos that I think I haven't watched any of them because I'm not going to give this guy any sort of AdSense money or even worth my fucking time. Here's some videos that seem kind of interesting, and he seemed to also want to be talking about card games a lot because this guy is a game dev, so there's some interesting stuff behind that. And then he has a video. He has a lot of shitty response videos about feminism and atheism inside the video game sphere, so that's always fun.
Just like if you make like response videos, give up. That's it.
He has a Las Vegas second shooter conspiracy video. I didn't even see that now.
All right. What else we got with this thing?
Most importantly, is he is pro the repeal of net neutrality. So know this guy's a fuckhead.
Based.
Yeah, that's shitty.
And
I heard he quit.
Quit the studio.
Yeah.
Yes, he quit the studio.
And he's going to make a YouTube video about it, so stay tuned.
He's going to make a YouTube video talking about it. And it's going to get on a lot of clicks, and then he's going to be able to go into Ben Shapiro or the Rubin Report.
The Rubin Report even still happened? Didn't that guy get like...
Yes. It's still around. That dude is still...
Embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. Now, on to one thing I just want to mention. Last thing I want to mention about this. For those of you who are on the fence of you really like Harry Potter, but you also feel bad supporting what J.K. Rowling, because she is getting a cut of this game.
Buy it used.
She has not even buy it used, sure, but if you're on PC where you don't have that as an option,
keys from a key website.
Bitch, you're on PC.
Well, yeah, but even if you're morally against it, you want to buy the game through the developer, you want to buy a new copy, the money that you are giving to J.K. Rowling is worth so little to her, comparatively. Because I think she has like a $30 million net worth.
Yeah, it's a drop in the bucket, realistically.
Yeah. The money that she's going to be getting from this game is not going to change her life. So if you want to buy it, buy it. I'm not going to give you shit for it. I'm going to give you shit because you're a Harry Potter fan. That's a totally different reason.
Yeah, just be careful talking about this game on Twitter because you'll get lit the fuck up.
I'm a Slytherin. What are you guys?
Ravenclaw. I'm a Ravenclaw.
I'm a Hufflepuff. I took the Sorting Hat quiz.
I didn't know tests. I was just like 7 years old, saw the name Ravenclaw, and went, "That's pretty cool."
Well, that's awesome. We're all from different houses, and none of them are Gryffindor.
What do I look like? A prep?
True. What I'm saying. Very cool. Actually, very not cool. But yeah, no, like literally, it does not matter. Like if you want to buy this game, buy it. If you have like qualms with it, like ethically or whatever, there are avenues that you can take to purchase the game without giving money to the devs, which sounds shitty, but also it's like, you know, you have that option.
Is this game being made by the Shadow of Mordor devs? Or is it just under the Warner Brothers branch? Like it's another studio?
So it is being made by Avalanche Software. I think it's being published by WB.
Oh, Avalanche made Just Cause.
They made the Disney Infinity games.
Ooh,
great!
Yikes.
I love Disney Infinity.
It sucks.
Or they do a lot of licensed games.
Well,
this is technically a licensed game. Not technically, it is.
So Forever Entertainment has been, for those who don't know, Forever Entertainment are the Panzer Dragoon remake guys. And there's some news that has come out that they are going to make several remixes for a Square Enix property. Do we have... Okay, what would be the funniest property for them to make a bunch of remakes for?
Is it like several for one property, or just in general they are going to remake several of their games?
I don't remember the exact wording because it was in like Polish or some shit. Hold on.
Yeah, Forever Entertainment's they're from like Poland or something, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no, it's just several remakes, but let's pretend they're all from one series for the sake of the bit.
But sure, fine, fuck it. Yeah, what do you think, Tavi?
I'm trying to think of a Square Enix property that's like worth being remade that isn't already in the plans already.
I'm gonna throw it out there. For me, it's The Bouncer and then a Bouncer sequel.
The Bouncer 2. Ooh. Now that would be interesting.
Parasite Eve?
Parasite Eve remake? I can honestly kind of see that. There's been a lot of buzz about Parasite Eve for a while.
Parasite
Also,
Eve's
like,
cool.
Or like it's not. It's like maybe they're doing remakes of Chrono Cross, Chrono Trigger.
Oh boy.
That would bring in the big bucks.
That would be interesting.
That would bring in a lot of eyes on them.
Can they bring in? Can they remake Einhander?
Ooh, that would be...
that actually, they might be doing that.
That could happen. I mean, that is a.
It fits right next
it's
to
a
Panzer
schmuck,
Dragoon,
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Tech, I've heard that the Panzer Dragoon remake is not good. Can you tell me if it's good or not?
Well, first I wanna bring up that this also came with news that their Panzer Dragoon 2 Zwei remake is coming out this year. Apparently, a lot of people don't know this. As a lot of people don't know that a few years ago they Sega announced just out of the blue in a text press release that Forever Entertainment and Megapixel Studio is actually the company that made the Panzer Dragoon remake. I think or they're a subsidiary of Forever Entertainment. Regardless, they announced that they were going to remake Panzer Dragoon 1 and 2. So we've known that they've been making this Vibe remake for a while now, but the fact that it's coming out this year is new. As for the quality of the Panzer Dragoon remake, people were very, very harsh on this game when it first came out, and I don't know what it was like when it first released, because around a few days or so after it released, everyone's favorite physical games studio, Limited Run Games, announced a physical copy release of the Switch port. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll just buy this. And I also tried with my minimal amount of clout to try to get a release copy of Panzer, or a review copy of Panzer Dragoon Remake. Unfortunately, they did not respond.
And Tech has refused to play the game since, until he gets his review copy of Panzer.
No, not
Dragoon.
quite. No, I played it in preparation for this podcast. I finally ordered the remake physical copy in fucking March, and it came in December. Now, the reason it took so long isn't the normal Limited Run Games taking forever spiel. It's actually because they wanted the 1.4 patch of the game on the cart, which is, fair enough, makes sense, because that's the patch that adds it adds a lot of improvements to the game. Like at launch, it didn't run as well. There was some weird control issues and whatnot, and a lot of those seem to have been hammered out in the 1.4 patch. Now I played Panzer Dragoon Remake, and I've played the original Panzer Dragoon. I have never beaten the original Panzer Dragoon because that game is fucking hard. I've been able to get to the 5th level out of 7 or something, and it gets very overwhelming. Whereas I beat the remake first try, and I think the reason for that is because generally it's overall easier because it runs at a higher frame rate. The original Panzer Dragoon is a 20 FPS game. But the thing, it's kind of bad. But on the other hand, the original look for Panzer Dragoon it's a very pretty ass game, especially for 1995. That shit is the first level with the music stings and everything. It blows you away. It really does, even today.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've watched you play it a couple times, whether it be on your channel or you were streaming or something. I don't remember. I just. When I was looking at the news for the remakes for Squeenix that Forever Entertainment were supposed to do, I saw a lot of vitriol in the comments. They're like, "Oh, great, they're gonna ruin other IPs too."
Yeah. So here's the thing with the remake: the graphics are not that great. They're sometimes pretty good. I'd say I'd say that sometimes they're pretty good. The 5th level, the grassy terrain is mountaintops and hills and stuff. They actually look pretty good. They don't look amazing. And the fact that it's on the Switch isn't helping things because it's not running at a very high resolution. I'd like to see this on the PS4 or or on like Steam or something, because I think it's on those platforms now. But overall, the art direction is not all there in the remake. It, like, you can, if you just like look at screenshots comparing the first level in the original to the remake, you can just see. I hate to say this, because like it seems like they did actually like really try with this remake, but also I just hate the fucking term, but it does feel a little soulless. I do think that the fact that it's easier to play is probably, I don't think it's like sacrilegious or anything, and maybe that's just because I'm not like a diehard Panzer Dragoon fan, because I'm kind of new to the series as a whole. But I think it's a pretty good game. I enjoyed what I played. My issues with it were that the graphics weren't that good. They didn't manage to recapture the art style. They have an option for like gyroscopic aiming, so I was kind of excited to try that, but oh my god, the gyroscope aiming is so bad. Like it, like I know, Nola, you're not a fan of gyroscope aiming, and if all gyroscopic aiming was like how it was in the Panzer Dragoon remake, I'd be fucking right there with you. But like all
gyroscopic aiming is bad.
Yeah, very funny. The like you compare it to something like Splatoon or Breath of the Wild, where like it feels pretty smooth a lot of the time, and whereas like the Panzer Dragoon remake, it feels like it's on like an XY axis. No matter how you like move it around, like it just feels so it feels stiff as shit. And I like immediately turned it off. I went back to the original control scheme instead of like the twin sticks, where like one stick controls the dragon and the second one controls the aiming. It just felt kind of awkward for me to play it like that, so I just did the normal way where you move the dragon and it moves the crosshair too, and it worked all right. Besides that, the music was either unchanged. There's you can play with the original soundtrack, and then they have like recomposed versions done by, I think, the Panzer Dragoon Orta devs or the composer, and those sounded pretty good. I like those. There's this noise that the dragon makes when in the remake when it gets attacked, and it sounds like that stock like bird screech that you hear in like a lot of shit, and that got really annoying. But like I don't know, like you get this on a sale, it's pretty good. I hope that they either get more time to work on this Vi remake, because the fact that it is coming out this year is kind of worrying, because unless they were working on these concurrently, like a little over a year dev cycle is probably not enough for a game like this, even though they have some of the assets. I hear as a game too, Panzer Dragoon 2's Vi is like a lot better than the original. So yeah. I'm not going to be as harsh on it as other people were. I think it's actually a pretty good game. It could probably maybe get you into the original Panzer Dragoon. The fact that you can't really get the original Panzer Dragoon anywhere, I think, should probably be taken into consideration. I don't think you can get this on like any like Steam or anything, or the original, that is. I think the only the most recent way you could have played the original Panzer Dragoon is if you had Orta on the Xbox, and that was like a if you beat Orta, you unlock the original Panzer Dragoon in like an emulator. Remember when games used to do that? Just give you games for free.
Yeah, it was sick. All right, so Panzer Dragoon's Vi is got the journalism not guaranteed seal of approval.
Yeah. One more thing about the Forever Entertainment. I know I just talked for like 10 minutes, but they're also remaking House of the Dead 1 and 2. And,
wait,
that's
really?
Cool.
Yeah, they are. Yes.
Yeah. No, that's super cool.
Piques my interest.
I like the niche they're like trying to go for with like finding these 90s IPs that have been like long forgotten and just running with them.
I've never forgotten about you, House of the Dead. I think about you every day.
The only House of the Dead I've ever played is Overkill on the Wii, and I fucking love that game. It's so good.
Yeah, well, because that's just the arcade game, which is just like very good.
It's also funny.
Yeah. One thing that I do want to say about the Panzer Dragoon remake is I did play half of the first level on Amazon Luna.
Oh yeah, it's on like Stadia and shit too. I forgot about that.
I played it on Amazon's Game Cloud streaming service, and as somebody who owns a Stadia Collector's Edition or Ultimate Founders Edition, whatever the fuck it's called, that I got for free, Amazon Luna's not that bad.
I'd like to make it abundantly clear that I do not support anything Tabby has just said.
I'm going to be 100% honest. I played that first half of the level on a weak Wi-Fi signal on a not strong, not high-speed internet connection, and it felt like playable.
Yeah.
Versus Stadia, which just doesn't work when I'm hardwired into a 10 gig connection.
I'd like it to be known that I am denouncing Tabby right now. Sorry, go ahead, Tech.
I like this remake. I don't know. I'm gonna say I liked it.
Remake, great. Tabby, you've got a lot of stuff on your news that I feel like you haven't talked about. So let's try to get through some of this.
Do you want to do the dumb shit or the long shit?
Dumb shit.
The dumb shit.
All right. We'll start from the top. Toho 18 announced. I haven't played like 8 of those Toho games, but they're all really good.
Yeah. Two Who is sick.
Tulip and Rule of Rose might be getting ported to modern systems because Onion Games put out a survey saying like, hey, Moon did really well. Do you guys want to play our other games?
So here's the thing.
And I'm like, yes, I do. I would love to play your other games.
I did not know that all 3 of these games were made by the same devs. I just assumed that they were all one-off like studios. I don't know who I thought made Rule of Rose, but if that game gets ported at all, I think Tulip seems like a cool game, but I think Rule of Rose is really the one that like that needs to get ported because yeah. Not necessarily because the game is good, because I've heard kind of mixed things about it, but like just because that game is so fucking expensive on like secondary markets.
Okay, so do you? I want to take bets here. Do we think if these games get ported, do we think the prices of the physical games goes up or it goes down?
Physical cost stays exactly the same.
Yeah, I think it'll stay
nobody who is a game collector, after the year 2008, because I need to make that specific caveat, is selling their physical games to buy the digital versions of them. That did happen with the Wii Shop when those came out, but doesn't really happen anymore.
Here's my bet. My bet is that they're going to go up in price because demand for the physical versions of them is going to go up. For people who haven't been able to play the games, that will play it and like it and then be like, I'd like to have this. Let's purchase one Tulip, please, and it'll go up.
Did Tulip even come out in America? It was like a Japanese only game, right? Or like Europe only?
I thought it was PAL.
Yeah, one of those weird PAL games, like Doshin the Giant.
I know because Thor High Heels played it, and he's a PAL guy.
He's a PAL, you could say.
Anyway, that's my bet.
Oh no, it did come out in America.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, as a GameStop exclusive in 2007. So it's kind of like
weird.
Oh my god, what the fuck is Xenoblade? It was like Xenoblade, and apparently it's on. You can get it on the PlayStation Network.
Yeah, I mean that also makes sense because JonTron also played that game, and he's in America, so
he did.
Could have gotten a PAL.
Yeah,
copy.
they did. There was Game Grumps like Tulip. It's like what got that game like on the.
All right. Next point. Mistwalker Studios' really cool looking new game actually got more information put out onto it. It's called Fantasian. The really cool aesthetic that they're doing is early PS1 fixed camera RPGs. You know, all of them. But instead of the set pieces being CGI or pixel art or however the game chose to do it, they made actual dioramas. They had like 15 different modelers make dioramas, and they used that for all the different rooms and stuff. And they just took it at different camera angles. It looks really cool.
This game looks fucking awesome.
Too bad it's only on Apple Arcade.
For, it'll come out on our stuff.
Yeah. How long did Shantae take?
Like 6 months.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
One thing I will say is that I watched the story trailer for this game. I didn't watch the gameplay trailer. That I know nothing about that story, even after watching that trailer, because it's just a bunch of cutscenes out of context that I don't understand. So that's cool.
That's fine.
I suppose, but if you're gonna call it a story trailer, I would assume I would walk out of it vaguely understanding what the story is. I don't know.
No, you don't need that.
Oh, true.
Speaking of things that are vaguely related to Final Fantasy, talk about your Final Fantasy stuff that you have, Tabby.
I have Final Fantasy stuff?
Oh, this the Battle Royale thing and the...
Oh, yeah. So, in addition to the PlayStation Direct, State of Play, there we go, that they did, where they revealed FF7R Tifa Edition, they announced 2 mobile games, one of which is a full remake of Final Fantasy VII Remastered, apparently, including stuff that we haven't gotten to, and as well as game version remake of Advent Children.
Is it going to have, like, Dirge of Cerberus and stuff in it, too?
Yes, it has everything Final Fantasy VII in it.
Oh, so Final Fantasy VII?
Yes, it's all Final Fantasy VII.
All in the comfort of your smartphone.
Which is fine. Like, as long as it has controller support, I think it'll be fine. Thing that's not as fine, the Final Fantasy Soldier Battle Royale.
I don't see any problems with this.
It is a mobile third-person shooter battle royale game. Why does this exist?
I'm going to play it.
I'm going to play it as well, but, like, why does it exist?
Because you two are going to fucking play it.
Yeah, I'm going to play it for one day. I'm going to go, wow, this is bad, and uninstall it like I did every other mobile battle royale game.
I have faith. I played PUBG on mobile. It was pretty cool.
You are insane.
Is there recorded footage of that?
Yes.
Of PUBG Mobile?
Yeah. Null plays.
Of Null playing it. I'm pretty sure there is. Yeah, there was a Null plays on it.
I think it's like very like esoteric like video of me. I didn't even release this video. It's just a video of me playing PUBG Mobile with one of my internet friends in real life.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to cover the last couple of small things. Ratchet & Clank PS4 reboot is free to keep on the end of March if you have a PlayStation 4. I've never played a Ratchet & Clank game before, except for the one where it's like Pirates Cove or whatever, and that was fun. Those games are, from what I've heard, all right, but it's free, so here you go.
Jak and Daxter is better.
I don't have a horse in this.
The only Jak and Daxter game I've played is Daxter on the PSP.
Gotta play Jak 3.
No, my PS3 can't play Jak 3, so it's fine. Subverse had a trailer. Do either of you know what Subverse is?
I do. No. I do know what Subverse is.
Of course you do, Tech.
I have no idea.
Subverse is a new 3D porn game made by...
You're supposed to bury the lead.
No. I'm very bored about this.
From Astound Developers Studio Foul comes Subverse, the strategy erotic role-playing game.
that's also a shmup.
From the creators of Lara Croft gets fucked by a horse comes Subverse. I think it's Lara Croft. There might be someone else. I don't remember. I know there's one that's like that.
Journalism, not guaranteed.
Hey. If you're over 18 years old, go look at Studio FOW. If you're not, what are you doing? Get out. What are you doing? Get out of here. What are you listening to? Go.
Studio Fow's lame. I don't like them.
They're fine. Okay.
There's so many of like SFM porn creators or whatever that you could jerk off to instead. Like what? Elizabeth.
We're not going into this. We're not going into that.
Guys,
we're not going
awesome,
into that. We're
dude.
not going into this. Whatever. It looks kind of neat. I'm probably gonna try it when it comes out.
I will not be touching it.
As the least horny person imaginable.
You want to stream it?
Try it. I'll stream it on Discord.
Awesome.
That's weird. I don't like this. What's
No,
the next topic?
it's okay. I'll make sure to click the censored button or whatever.
What's the next
Portal
topic?
2 got an update.
I have an add-on to this news when you're done.
So Portal 2 got an update. It was just some like minor, like, I don't even know what the full patch was, but the more important thing was there was a bug fix to view the Super 8 trailer on Linux.
Yeah, so now all you Linux viewers or players, you can watch the Super 8 trailer now. Rejoice.
Do you hear that discount, Gumshoe? You can now watch this trailer for this 9-year-old movie.
So the whole thing with this update, it actually is a pretty significant update for the game because it puts the Vulkan renderer in it, so it makes the game look really nice.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, no, it does have a lot of funny stuff like that in it, like the Super 8 trailer. The Super 8 trailer is probably the funniest ones. The second funniest one is they removed the trading coming soon button. I don't know if any of you know this. I know that one. Yeah. But they for those not in the know, when Portal 2 came out, that was like the height of like the TF2 like hat economy stuff. And since Portal 2 had a co-op mode that you could play with other people, they were like, fuck it, put a store in this game too. So you could buy like hats and shit for Atlas and Peabody, only seen in the co-op mode. That you pay real money for, and there aren't like ways to actually get them without paying money like there is in TF2. For reasons I would hope are obvious, this failed miserably. No one wanted to buy like $5 hats and stuff or taunts or whatever for their Portal 2 co-op characters for like one other person to see, and for like one playthrough, and there was you can like trade items in TF2, and that wasn't in the original Portal 2, so they had this whole trading coming soon button for 10 years.
That's the kind of stuff that I wish was like left in there for posterity.
To be fair, it was left in there for a long time, but yeah, this is something cool, I think, about Valve. You know, a lot of people, Valve gets a lot of shit, reasonably so, but they who else is updating their 10-year-old video games?
Hey, I'll start. Hey, Valve, fuck you for updating Left 4 Dead 2. that update that update that you let fans do. No, I'm talking about this. That update that you let fans do broke mod support for that game.
Oh, true. That happens a lot.
And it's not like there's a lot of mods on there that are like, these people aren't active anymore, so they're not going to make fixes for this new patch. You just kind of let them break everything. So now, like, half the mods people were using, they can't even use. And who wants to play vanilla Left 4 Dead in current year?
I've never played Left 4 Dead.
We're going to have this talk off recording tech. I'm going to have to beat some sense into you.
Left 4 Dead is cool. Hey, speaking of Left 4 Dead, there was a reveal trailer for Aliens Fire Team.
Yeah, did you watch the gameplay video that they put out for it?
Developed by Cold Iron Studios. Yes, I did. It is a Left 4 Dead-esque game, actually. So this studio, Cold Iron, has been like sold like 4 times since their inception.
Who the fuck is Cold Iron?
This will be their first game. Cold Iron is a bunch of like Cryptic Studios alumni who are like veteran developers. The thing is like Aliens Fire Team is like a Left 4 Dead type game. Everything Cryptic Studios made were like MMOs. So, I hope it's good. But like I said, this company has been sold to 4 separate companies in their lifetime, and they haven't put out a game.
Aliens games have a track record of being very good, so
I wanna be fair, because like Aliens Colonial Marines has literally nothing to do with them. It's just like they now have to be better than Aliens Colonial Marines, which, might I say, is probably not hard.
This game's not going to be better than Aliens Colonial Marines.
Anyway, I think that Cold Iron Studios is a studio that has a lot stacked against them based on their history.
Not to mention the fact that Aliens Fireteam sounds like a Korean MMO.
Yeah, it's fine,
We're just punching down at this point.
I don't think it's possible for us to punch down tech.
Au contraire.
We're only punching up.
Yeah, so that's fine. Did you have anything else to say on Aliens Fireteam, Tabby?
It looks like shit. It looks like the worst 4-player PvE game I've ever played. And I played fucking Space Hulk.
It looks all right. I'll try it out.
I'm going to look at it. Look, the Alien franchise doesn't work when you have more than one alien. I'm just gonna be real.
I quite liked the movie Aliens. So eat that,
Aliens
Tabby.
Aliens is fine, but compared to Alien, nah, that's like a power game.
No, I mean, yeah, Alien is definitely.
Aren't there two aliens in Alien? Or is it just the? Never mind. It just grows up really fast. Never mind. Forget.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like that's kind of the topic. Let's talk about the Pokemon tech.
Oh, okay, awesome. Pokemon games. Everyone loves them. They had a direct on the 26th of February. It would be an understatement to suggest that people were not expecting a lot from this direct, considering the last time they had one of those, I think they announced the fucking Pokemon MOBA. But I'm just gonna go out and say it. They did actually announce some stuff at it, which is higher bar than what they did last time, so that's cool. Of what it was, like some other fucking Pokemon Go shit, whatever. Who cares? But they showed off new Pokemon Snap. Yeah, everyone loves Pokemon Snap. It looks pretty. Yes, I'm told Pokemon Snap is a great game.
It looks really like the new Pokemon Snap game looks really good. I'm not gonna lie.
It does actually look good. I think that's due to in part the fact that it's not being made by Game Freak, but
it's Bamco.
It's Bamco, which is good. They announced Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remakes. What was this, like Shining Diamond and Glittering Pearl, I think is what they're called.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah,
might be the other way around, but
yeah, people are mad because they chibi-fied the characters.
They begging and pleading for a Sinnoh remake for like 6 years now. The monkey's paw has curled, and they have been given their Sinnoh remake, and it looks.
It looks like My Sims. It looks like My Sims.
I've seen people come around and talk about, because it's been like a week, so the knee-jerk reactions are kind of gone, and people are sort of looking at this more holistically, I guess. Where like they say like it's supposed to like replicate the original style of the games, and I see what they're going for with that. My problem is that the fact it looks very faithful to the original DS games, but that's kind of the problem. The fact that I have a almost direct comparison to the sprite-based versions of these games, and the sprite-based versions look way fucking better than these 3D models. That's just how I feel. It just
pixels are out, old man. It's all about soft baby models. I kind of like how the models look. I'm not gonna lie. I think they're cute, and I have a soft spot for such things. So I also won't play the game, though, because I don't own a Nintendo Switch. So my opinion on this means nothing.
I'm going to buy it. I'm not going to be happy about it, but I am going to buy it.
You're the problem. If this was like Diamond and Pearl and Platinum, like I've played through Platinum like once, and I didn't hate it or anything, but it's definitely not my favorite gen or anything. So I've never really been on the bandwagon of like Sinnoh hype. But there is some cool stuff to look forward to with this remake. Like they're finally gonna fucking add the Sinnoh Pokemon back after they cut them. That's cool. But really the main thing I'm looking forward to is the music, because Gen 4 has some really, really cool songs, really great songs in it. Like Eterna City is one I really, really like. All I can say is if they do this to Gen 5, I will be very upset.
A brief aside. Oh, wait. Gen 5 is black and white, right?
Yes.
Are they doing darkest black and brightest light? Anyway,
are we doing a Green Lantern arc?
No, brief aside before we like move from the Diamond and Pearl stuff. My roommate, his name's Ephraim, and he was telling me, he's like, why can't we just re-release Leaf Green and Fire Red, like Burning Fire Red and Grassy Leaf Green? It's like a remake, right?
I mean, is that not what Let's Go is? I mean, no, it's not.
It's not, but yeah.
It's not really a remake of Fire Red, and not in like the same way. No, that'd be pretty funny. Especially since like I've come to this realization after seeing people talk about this for a while, but Fire and Leaf Green are like kind of shit.
Yes, they are.
I came
to that conclusion during Nuzloctober, and you all made fun of me. Look who's laughing now.
Oh, there's no evidence of that ever happening. So
true.
I don't know. It's like first of all, they remade those games pretty fucking fast. It was not even like 10 years, I think, since the original Red and Blue. So that's like kind of weird to me. And second off, like it just really doesn't add enough, I think, to make it a worthwhile experience. And like it's definitely not as buggy as Gen 1 is, but at this point, Gen 1's bugs are like almost legendary. It's part of the experience, you love the bugs in Gen 1. I don't know. They were the first remakes, so I don't really care that much. Everyone loves Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and I'm inclined to agree those are good too.
They fucking struck gold when they made them anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Yeah, so this game, dare I say, this game didn't look half bad. It's the Breath of the Wild Pokemon game that everyone had been begging for, and the monkey's paw has curled again because it is a Breath of the Wild Pokemon game developed by Game Freak, exclusive to the Nintendo Switch, with all of the problems you can imagine.
Nintendo indeed hired that man.
Yeah, Nintendo hired that man, and hopefully they hire some other men to optimize that game, because holy shit.
The 5 FPS Chimecho. It's going to go down in history.
No. It's Chingling, the baby form of Chimecho. I please get it right next time, okay? Thanks.
I haven't played
you're right.
Pokemon game since after Gen 3.
So,
yeah, they're all bad after
what are
Gen
you,
3.
some kind of Gen 1 boomer?
Yeah, nice callback.
One could say.
I'm cutting that out of the podcast.
Yes, no, that's totally fine. Just bleep it out.
I was originally a lot more critical of this game because 5 FPS Chingling, holy shit. But the fact it has a release, just like a vague release date of 2022. So at the most, or at the least, it's a year out. So they have plenty of time to smooth this game out. Hopefully a Nintendo Switch Pro can maybe make this run a little better. I don't know. It's still Game Freak developing it, so that's a little weary. Fingers crossed it comes out playing all right, looking all right, notwithstanding. The girl is cute. Everyone's drawn her on Twitter. Such is Pokemon tradition. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about Pokemon, I guess.
I have one minor thing to say on this.
Oh, I like that they put Cyndaquil in. I like Cyndaquil.
Cyndaquil based.
They fixed his fire. That's cool.
I feel like the one guy at the arcade in the early 90s who went, I just don't find Street Fighter 2 that fun. Like, because I did not enjoy my time with Breath of the Wild.
Oh.
And I
was wondering where this was going.
Every single game is just like the amount of Breath of the Wild likes that are coming out.
I can think of like what Genshin Impact and this.
Genshin Impact, this, their Immortals Phoenix Rising.
I guess sure.
There's some other ones that I'm blanking on right now, but there's enough that it is a subgenre now, and it's like I feel like an old person. I feel like a boomer.
I liked Breath of the Wild. I thought it was pretty good.
I played Breath of the Wild for an hour on my then roommate, at the ex-roommate, you might say, on my ex-roommate's Nintendo Switch on an airplane to Boston to go see a CSGO tournament. And for that hour that I was on the plane, it was very fun, so I'm willing to say that Breath of the Wild is fun. But anyway, Pokemon Arceus, Pokemon Legends Arceus, it's, to me, for one, it has Dark Souls rolls.
I did, yeah, it's true. There were rolls in it.
It looks interesting enough, but, like, my biggest concern with that game is if what, like, I watched you doing in that trailer is what you do in that game, the core gameplay loop looks very boring, and I'm very, like, curious to see, like, how they're going to remedy that, like, what additions they're going to make. Because if it's just, like, you running around in, like, open world Pokemon, catching wild Pokemon and like battling random wild Pokemon, that game is not going to be fun.
There was like a leak a day before this direct that pretty much showed off. That was right, essentially, is what it was. It was right. It was they talked about the combat in the game. Apparently, it's real time, turn based or whatever, and that like I've heard that it was described to be kind of like Chrono Trigger. And that, like, there's overworld enemies, and then it just seamlessly turns into a Pokemon battle. That could work. I think there needs to be, like, trainers or something.
There needs to be something else. Just literally any other, like, thing that you need to do or, like, want to do. Because I do not, like, the idea of just, like, walking around the Breath of the Wild land and just, like, being like, that is a Rhydon. I will catch and or battle this Rhydon.
No, there's gonna be
appealing.
There's gonna be quests for you to do.
Yeah, like catch 5 Rhydons.
Yeah,
that's how you get the. That's
cool.
how you get the.
And hey, did you know you can import these Rhydons into Pokemon Home and then transfer them over to Sword and Shield?
Hopefully, there's towns in this game. And the towns are...
We saw town.
Oh, Game Freak's town? Little Town Hero?
Shut up. No, there was one town in the trailer.
Well, hopefully they're more fleshed out than the Sword and Shield towns.
Don't doubt that there will be civilization in the game. It's just, I just am worried. But also, I will not be playing this game because I do not own a Nintendo Switch. So,
hey, you got over a year to get one.
I might buy a Switch Pro when it comes out, depending on if it actually solves the Switch's issues. Those issues being that every game on it plays like shit. But
yes.
No, it won't.
So, speaking of a Switch Pro, we got Switch Pro rumors again. Everyone get your soy faces going. Because apparently Nintendo is supposed to buy rigid OLED display panels from Samsung. For their 7-inch 720p panels. Mass production is supposed to start in June. This is most likely for a Switch Pro.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
How do we know that's for a Switch Pro, though?
I mean, what else are they making?
It literally could just be a revision that they decided that now that the OLED panels are probably cheaper, that they can buy those instead of the, I'm assuming they were probably TN panels that they were using before.
Oh, no, they were definitely using LED.
Were they IPS?
IPS, right?
It is a reverse. It's a reverse Vita. Or no, is it a reverse Vita situation?
Yeah, because the first models of the Vita had the OLED, then they changed it to IPS because it was cheaper. I remember seeing somewhere. Oh my! I can't believe I can't find this anymore. I remember someone like this having this news coming alongside that. Yes, there are also supposed to be like hardware revisions. Oh yeah, gaming giant aims. Oh my god. But yeah, if it is literally just an OLED screen, then yeah, no, that's not gonna really do anything.
So the only thing I could see hardware revision wise to the Switch that they might do is they might give it an HDMI 2.1 port on a dock.
They could also the OLED will drain the battery less, so they could decide to take that as an opportunity to not to increase the clock speed on the Switch, because the Nintendo Switch isn't underclocked GPU, I think.
Yeah.
And you can get it to do some pretty cool stuff if you decide to just like, not even just overclock it, just make it, run at its normal clock speed. It's not like amazing or anything, but if it does improve the game's performances at the cost of, obviously there's a reason why they don't want this thing to fucking cook hands when you're playing it portably. But I mean, as someone who just bought a 4K OLED, I would like to see a 4K Switch. I know not a lot of people have 4K displays, but if you've ever seen the Nintendo Switch home menu on a 4K TV, holy shit, it's bad. It looks blurry as shit. Games look alright though.
Very cool. Yeah, so that's the Pokemon stuff
and the Switch Pro stuff. Yeah.
I guess, well, the Pokemon Direct also, just want to mention this because I was very annoyed. They just had this like 20-minute long like hype up like video before the like Direct started. They're like,
is that when Post Malone started singing?
I don't know. It was literally just like,
before that.
This is Nintendo, and it's like going through all the fucking like, oh dude, Game Boy and then Game Boy Advance is like transforming and stuff. I'm like, dude, this is like the most masturbatory shit I've ever seen. Please stop. I just want to see what you have to show me.
No, it's Nintendo.
I know, but like
the Pokemon 25 stuff especially is very. I mean, you know what? I can't even be like mad at them because it's fucking Pokemon and like they're like the biggest thing in the world. So I honestly, I want to say they kind of deserve to be a little masturbatory, but also fuck you.
I'm just saying, where's John T. Kellogg when you need him?
True. Where is that guy?
Who?
Kellogg?
The cornflakes guy.
The joke was either gonna land or it wasn't.
I just put two and two together.
So Twitch has decided to celebrate Women's History Month.
Yes.
Don't worry, Tabby, we'll go right through this because we've been going on for fucking ever, and I really don't have anything to say besides just point and laugh. They just 1st of March is Women's History Month. This is the first I ever heard about this. And they decided to make this cool little video talking about how Twitch is an inclusive women's space. Cool and all that. That's fine. They spelled women with the X, right? WOMXN, Winxn, and they got shit for it, and they got a lot of shit.
Can I tag in?
Well, I'm not trans, so yes.
Cool.
Here you go.
All right. Hey Twitch, this is a term that was developed by TERFs that is used to eradicates them, but it is eradication.
Eradicate.
It's
erasure is the word I think.
Erasure. That's the word I'm looking for. It's the same shit in my mind. Where it's this term is being used in a way to make it be like trans women aren't women. They're an entirely different group, and that's not what the goal is about, but that's not even what the goal of feminism is. The goal of feminism is equality, and this is a way of separation, and this is a really, really shitty thing to do. Now, I understand it is most likely a thing out of ignorance that happened because you're a Bay Area company, but at the same time, you need to. I don't know if they've put out an apology.
They did.
But they did?
Yeah.
Cool. Very good.
I feel like it's one of those things where they're kind of out of touch with, like, they're trying too hard to be progressive and they're out of touch.
Yeah. Based Amazon. So progressive.
Yeah, thanks, Amazon. I can't even say thanks Jeff Bezos anymore because he's not like the CEO anymore. He's just the primary what's the word when
stockholder?
They're on stockholder, that guy.
You can still say thanks Jeff Bezos. People will know what you mean.
Yeah.
Bezos.
So yeah, there's that. I'm gonna like take your news because I saw this as well. David Scott Jaffe made like a really
what the hell? You can't
tweet.
take this from me.
It's mine now.
Come on.
You can talk about
Whatever.
it though.
No, go ahead.
So David Jaffe, I saw this. It was very funny. He's just like, he makes a tweet that's like, hey, Steam does such a great job of making sure customers are satisfied. I've never been refused a refund. And thus I always put money back into Steam. And he posts this like screenshot of a Cruelty Squad like thing. And he's like verbatim, oh man, it sucks to get trolled by your review section. I honestly thought I was buying some avant-garde, unique artistic take on an FPS. Alas, oh my god, what is this thing? Horrid. And for $20, man, that's some expert level trolling. Starting to wonder if you guys should not police your review section a bit more. I love the ultimate freedom, but Anyway, can you guys please put the cash back in my Steam wallet so I can buy something else? Thank you, smiley face.
I cannot believe this guy. Holy shit.
How did this guy get into a big game industry role?
By the way, this is the designer / director of Twisted Metal, God of War,
original God of War.
At first, when I first heard about this, I thought because the tweet I found out about this from just mentioned the creator of God of War. I was like, oh my god, did Cory Barlog shit on Cruelty Squad? Why did I think that? Of course it was David Jaffe. Of course it was. This is insane. It's so weird because like, why would you publish this? Why do you have to make like a fucking like snide like diss on this game just because you didn't like it? It's so weird.
Yeah, it's very funny, very like grandiose, very, very self-aggrandizing. David, listen, if you're listening, I still want to do like a God of War interview with you for my channel though. I'm just saying.
Just don't put his name in the title or anyone will watch it. I just saw we're not talking about this on the fucking podcast, Happy. I just saw that the developer of Cruelty Squad responded to this.
Yeah, so when this first broke, I thought it was like the Cruelty Squad guy like taking a photo of the refund because I don't know if the devs got like reasons for the refunds. But it was David Jaffe posting it.
Yeah, like he posted it himself.
Look how epic I am.
For those not aware of what Cruelty Squad is, I would definitely describe it as a what the fuck did he call it?
It's definitely avant-garde.
It's definitely an avant-garde, unique, artistic take on an FPS, and it's also horrid in like a good way. It's a very weird game, but it's just so. This is like an indie dev. What are you doing, dude? This is punching down. This is literally punching down. I know David Jaffe hasn't done anything in years, but still.
No, it's fine. Yeah, for sure. But also,
I was gonna say this might be punching sideways.
Definitely, David Jaffe. Please get in contact with me, please.
Yeah, please, David Jaffe. This really is nothing but good news for the developer, though. At the end of the day, like got a lot of eyes on the game.
Yeah.
Everyone dunks on David Jaffe because everyone understands that this is like not something you do.
Yeah, I feel like it's only like really like terrible punching down if people dogpile on the person you're punching down on, which they didn't. Yeah. So
I saw sort of the opposite reaction of that. Actually, a lot of the New Blood development guys all like went on Twitter and were like, "No, Cruelty Squad's actually really good, and you should play it."
I saw Spicy Chicken God, friend of the show, stream it a few days ago. And I've also watched like Vinny play it and stuff. Yeah, I mean, it looks like a pretty cool game.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that it's not a New Blood game, honestly, and yet I'm also not surprised. It seems like it's almost like a little too weird even for them. I'd say.
I think Dave Oshry just didn't know about it, and that's why he wasn't able to throw money at it. Because that's definitely something he would have thrown money at.
I could have sworn I heard something about that they passed up on Cruelty Squad, but
did they?
maybe I'm mistaken.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have anything pulled up on that, so I don't know. What else we got?
Yeah, this is just something I heard Spicy say. I'll do the first. The last one can involve all of you because it's kind of a big story. But the first one, Epic is hiring contract workers for Fortnite. You can work from remote. They want people who are able that understand the Fortnite world to write good lore for it. Start packing up your resumes, folks.
I'd really like to.
And maybe you too
Chug
can
No.
Yeah, to chug with you.
No.
Number 1 victory royale.
No, that's really cool though. Jobs for people who are having trouble, especially during COVID time.
Yeah. And next off, this is just from today. Pyra and Mythra from Xenoblade Chronicles 2, they're being added to Smash Bros. Sakurai does this thing every time a DLC character comes out where he just showcases the character in depth. It's very nice. This one was funny to me, not because he showed off the character or anything. That's fine and all. They look pretty cool. Mythra's fast but weaker, and Pyra is slower but stronger. And they kind of play like Zelda and Sheik from Melee, which is cool. What I really liked about this direct was pretty much everything outside of the actual character showcase, where he's back in his house because of a stay-at-home order. He has his 2 fucking giant ass TVs. He just has these two very expensive Xenoblade figures just on display the whole time of Pyra and Mythra. I think they're legit $300 each or something like that. They're very nice figures, but at the end of the showcase, he's just talking about them. So which one do you prefer? Personally, I prefer Pyra. She's just really strong. And he just looks at the figure, and her ass is literally pointed right where he's looking. He's she's very strong.
Yeah, no,
that's the reason I like her.
I really love Pyra. As a fighter, it's just he is so mask off horny. It's so funny.
It was really funny.
My Shiranai cannot be in this game because Smash Bros is in a game for good boys and girls.
Yeah, the good boys.
No, it's okay. They put skin tight pantyhose on these incredibly horny character designs. That's fine, right? Apparently, Sarah agrees.
It's very funny to see him just be randomly mask off horny, especially considering considering the my what the fuck's her name?
My Shiranai.
Yeah, my Shiranai comments.
My Shirona.
Wait, is it Shiranai or I always thought it was Shiranui?
It might be. I don't know. I just know her as Mai.
Yeah.
Tabby, you're the fucking fighting game player.
Yeah,
how do you not know this?
I didn't start playing KOF games until last year.
I haven't played any of them, and I know it's Shiranui.
Yeah, because you look at more doujins than I do.
I've never seen... Anyway, there was another thing that Sakurai said in the direct that I thought was funny, was that he was he was talking about the figures themselves and how he uses them, he uses them to model the characters accurately. Just gets figures for all sorts of characters. I think he literally said this, that they used. Did I just write this in the notes, or did he actually talk? Did he actually?
I heard other people talking
say
about this
that he
on
wanted
Twitter,
to get
so he did say it.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah. He got these really expensive Pyra Mythra figures, so he could get the feet right. He needed to get the feet right for them. A very crucial part of the character design. Their bare feet.
Oh no, not that part. I was talking about the second sentence.
Oh, I have no idea. Well, now it's out.
I have no idea if that second part's true.
Okay, allegedly.
the actual funny, the other funny thing is he talked about how we have figures for all the characters. They help our team model them. I even have figures for unreleased characters. I keep them locked in my work drawer. And I love little tidbits like this that just kind of give you a small peek behind the curtain. So now we know that Sakurai has figures of the remaining 2 characters. in his desk.
Potentially,
and he locks it. He fucking locks it.
Potentially more.
Why would he do that?
Potentially for the other characters as well, for if there's another season pass.
We could recreate the Area 51 raid, but Sakurai's apartment.
I can't believe he locks it though, because like everyone at his team knows what they're working on. So why does he lock it?
I don't know. I think it's for
the janitor. He doesn't trust the janitor.
Well, yeah, or it could just be some random person who gets into his office and takes a photo that's not on the Smash team or whatever.
Fair enough.
Like there's enough. There's enough
that's
reason.
Still funny.
It's very funny.
Yeah. Also, like there is the possibility that he just said he locks it and he just doesn't.
True. Yeah, it could be a misdirect. So we could. So we should go all the way to wherever Sora Limited is and see if we can figure out if Dante's in.
The Journalism Not Guaranteed podcast does not condone any actions that you take based on the information you were just given.
However, we will report on it.
Yeah.
We will.
All right. So that's all your news, right? Tech?
Yeah, they had some like Mii Fighter costumes too, like Arthur from Ghosts and Goblins and the Monster Hunter armor. I know people were kind of excited for maybe a Monster Hunter fighter, so this is a pretty big confirmation for them. Personally, I mean, like, people don't really. The way I see it is like people play Monster Hunter for the monsters, not for like the creative characters. So I never really understood why people wanted the Monster Hunter guy.
It's because they want it for the weapons. They want to be able to do their cool weapon techniques that they do.
Oh, we'll just play Byleth then. All
right, so we're gonna move on.
Yeah, there's only one more story left,
and I also have notes on that if we wanna.
Yeah, this one's kind of weird. This one did a lot of twists and turns. The Sinking City game by developer Frogware got taken off. It got taken off of Steam a little while ago because of a dispute with the publisher, and on the 26th or something, it just got put back on Steam without their knowledge. Something. Not only was it put back up without their knowledge, their logo in the opening credits of the game was literally patched out, like cut out of the game.
Now, as a note, you can still buy a DRM free copy of this game through Frogware's website directly.
So, but there's more to the story, right?
There is. So when this happened, this was after some middling reviews. I believe Mandalore Gaming did a video on it and was like, yeah, it's all right. It does some cool
they got
things.
bombed to hell.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about when the game came out.
When the game originally
first.
came out. The Frogware then, when it was re-released, unaware of the developers, they put out a tweet that said, do not buy this game. We did not put this version of the game out. And due to how Steam Auto does their people talking about this on Twitter algorithm, that was the first thing you saw when it loaded. So it was like, so people were like, oh, this is an issue. And then the Sinking City publisher put out a statement
that you can't read anymore, by the way.
Oh, it does?
Just brings you to a 404. Oh wait, no, it says it's unavailable in my region, maybe?
Weird. So basically it was like, we're still trying to work with them, and we're very upset with how they're acting in this situation as we're trying to resolve this like professionals. It was a really shitty like thing, and and
it's
then
kind of your run-of-the-mill statement.
There are some minor updates that happened on this is all per IGN, who they've apparently been talking with the developer and with the publisher. Frogware did confirm that they filed a DMCA takedown request onto the Steam page.
Yeah, the DMCA'd it.
No, there was actually an update.
And that's where it stands right now, right?
So the Sinking City publisher released a statement saying that it was that them filing the DMCA and the allegations of game piracy in regards to this, of them, uploading an unauthorized copy, is unjustified accusations, and accuses the developer of sabotaging the publisher. So now they are launching a suit against them.
So this is really hard. Like, I know that like my knee-jerk reaction is obviously to side with the developers, but I feel like we really don't know a lot about this yet, even still.
There's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff. This isn't Dangan Entertainment, so it's not very clear that the person who runs that is shitty and scams people out of their games.
Shoutouts to Dangan.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully we'll have more to say about it on the next episode.
Hopefully.
What else we got?
Yeah, this is definitely going to be an ongoing story. Yeah, Tabby, I think you're the one with news left.
Yeah. If it's not like huge, I'd like to try to hurry up through it a little bit, though.
Yep. This will be quick. Don't worry. OSSC, not OSSC, right? The RetroTink 5X is able to swap between 2040p and 480i without losing signal through a capture card, which is huge in the realm of capturing upscaled retro games. This will be the it's only through some like weird out of production like components from the 90s that you can get this to work, kind of. So if this works, this is huge, and that will be now, in my opinion, the go-to over the OSSC, depending on other feature productions and all that. But we'll have to see when that comes.
For those who don't know, that these are both like upscalers for like retro consoles.
Yeah, plug them into your HD TV with no input lag.
Yeah, didn't you say that there was like a PS2 upscaler, like a PS2 specific upscaler that was coming out? Abby? Maybe not specific, but one that was supposed to be like, I don't know. We'll talk about it later. I don't remember.
I think that's supposed to be the OSSC Pro. I think they're supposed to be doing some stuff that are designed around the PS2, but we don't know anything about the
That'd be nice.
That would be a reason to buy an OSSC.
I'll cover the last two things that I have very quickly. Artifact is dead. Ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha.
Rip.
Ha.
It's technically it's 2.0 that's dead, right?
Well, they officially said they're not
the original
making any more updates.
Is free to play.
Yeah, I mean, eventually you just have to.
Oh, okay.
Pull the proverbial plug, right?
Yeah, if there's probably someone who has a good history of what happened to Artifact Online, I would try to find that. If I find something, I'll.
Hopefully, Matt McMuscles makes a what happened on it.
No, because this game had a lot of issues of how it was marketed on pre-release then compared to release, because it was supposed to be a free-to-play game, and then they were charging you $20 when it came out, and they didn't really tell you that was happening. So, and the last thing that I have, and this is a slightly bigger one, the New Game Plus Expo happened today. This is a really bad Japanese event that happens. It's basically like a Nintendo Direct, but for companies like Nisa and Arxis and Axis were there.
No Atlas.
So no Atlas, no. Both Silver Case games are coming to Switch. They had PC and I think PS4 ports, but they're now going to be on Switch, and they're getting limited run copies, I believe.
So is No More Heroes, by the way. 1 and 2.
No More Heroes and No More Heroes 2 are getting limited run versions. Pocky and Rocky Reshrined is apparently a remake of some Japanese game that I've never heard of, but it's going to be in English, and it looks really cool. It's like a co-op bullet hell.
How have you never heard of Pocky and Rocky?
I don't know. Do I look like somebody who plays old Super Nintendo games? Don't answer that question.
Well, I've heard of Pocky and Rocky.
There's a Among Us visual novel being released.
Yes!
Don't call it that. Come on. No.
You were on a spaceship and there was an
imposter. I've seen it. I know what it is. I know. It does. It's not fair. They showed this at an indie show, like a Nintendo indie showcase, and I was like, oh, this is like Among Us.
Yeah.
Ooh. Apparently it got really crazy good reviews.
That's what people are saying. Like, people are saying
what is the game called again?
Gnosia, Gnosia.
Among Us.
Okay.
Gnosia.
Yeah. I'm going to say this verbatim in the notes. Keiji Inafune, give me my money back, you son of a bitch. He's releasing Gunvolt 3. I'm still mad about Mighty Number 9.
Wait, he is? I thought... Is Concept working on Gunvolt 3?
Yes.
Really?
I believe so.
Isn't it just, Oh my god! I thought it was just Inti Creates.
I don't know for sure, but Keiji Inafune directly owes me money for Mighty Number 9. That's how bad it's gotten.
But he doesn't have anything to do with Gunvolt. That's just Inti Creates, who also made Mighty Number 9, notwithstanding.
But he's working on Gunvolt 3. He was there talking about it specifically.
Oh, okay. He was there.
He was there talking about it. I've never played a Gunvolt game. I assumed he had worked on all of them.
Like an anime fan on prom night.
I'm gonna butcher this name. Yomiwo Sakuhana is a I don't even know. It's a 3D dungeon RPG, which is like it has the chance of either being great or terrible, more towards the latter. And it's got this really cool like guys in suits putting on like knights gauntlets and wearing swords and stuff.
Oh, like the Turks.
So we're gonna move on.
Fuck yeah! I don't know, Tabby. This event seems kind of cool.
There's a new Blaster Master game. Tech. I feel like you've played those games. It feels very tech core.
I've played very little.
All right, well, there's the third one.
Poggers. I played the first one on Switch because it was a launch title. I played it for like an hour. It was alright.
Soul Nomad and Phantom Brave are being ported to the Switch.
What are those?
As like full remakes. They're apparently like Nipponichi Software like PS2, PSP games that are like RPGs that are really loved.
Oh, that's cool.
Like I had the Twitch chat open and everybody was just like pogging when they were revealing those. So you love to see it. They showed, and then the last thing is Arxis showed off Anji and Ino for Guilty Gear Strive. Anji, I don't know enough about Anji to really tell what he's doing.
That's the samurai guy, right?
But
no, Anji has like
something.
fans.
No,
and he has
Anji
like a butterfly that he shoots out made out of energy. He's a really cool character. You should all play Plus R. It has rollback.
Yep, and you can usually get it for like $3.
Is he like a new character?
He's a returning.
Nope, he's a returning character from the Accent Core franchise.
But did they just reveal him?
No.
They revealed him
not.
in beginning of January, but this is the first gameplay we've seen of him.
Oh, okay.
No, I have a screenshot from January where I said I can't wait to find out if Anji is shirtless or not.
Is he shirtless?
No,
And
he's not shirtless.
Kind of.
He's like half shirtless.
He wasn't in the new beta. That's
enough.
why I didn't know him.
They also showed off Ino, who is the boss character of the game. I know a little bit more about this character because I was getting shit stomped by her, by a local player.
God, I'd love to get shit stomped by Ino.
Same.
What?
Ino is going to be a good character in this game. I just will tell you that right now. A lot of her stuff that is good is still in the game. I'm pretty sure she still has a frame 0 super. So like, I don't know, that character is going to be very interesting, but we have to wait till we get our hands on them. Then they did a bunch of interviews.
This game looks really cool.
I didn't watch any of them except for the Arxis one. The only important things they said are due to the delays that they gave earlier that day to Guilty Gear Strive, they are going to they're looking into doing a second open beta, which is great. That game's very good.
Nice.
And they are looking at implementing rollback netcode into their other titles, which has resulted in every single person who plays anime fighting games going, okay, we're going to take our favorite fighting game and we're going to make a hashtag. I am here for BlazBlue and for Under Night In-Birth. I need those games to have rollback netcode. Uni preferably.
I hope they do BlazBlue, like the first BlazBlue.
You mean CT?
Yeah. No, not Chrono Phantasma.
No, CT was the first one.
Wait.
Calamity Trigger was the first one.
Calamity Trigger. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, no.
Calamity Trigger? Pretty sick. That's the one I played the most of. That's why I'm saying this.
That game's not great.
No, it's great.
And
shut your mouth, Tabby. Anyway, what else we got?
That's everything.
That's everything.
That's the news? Oh my god.
The news. It only took us 2 fucking hours.
It's been 2 hours. Holy shit.
Yeah.
God damn.
But we still have one other thing we need to talk about.
One other thing?
We have to go back to the past.
Samurai Jack?
I was
No, Tabby is 100% right, because the news of this week is done. But what about the news from years gone by? Let's all step into our whatever the fuck They use in Safety Not Guaranteed to travel back in time, and let's go back in time.
I watched that movie today. It's a boat.
It's a boat. All right, let's all get into the cringe boat and go back in time.
Cringe boat.
All right. Who? You know what? Fuck it. I'll start. I'll fucking start. In 2011, in this week, Saints Row 3 got a name. This is the week that it was officially known as Saints Row the Third. Have either of you played Saints Row the Third?
That's the one that's like real goofy, right?
This is the one where the series started to get real goofy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not as goofy as 4, but it is wacky. It's wacky, haha.
Yeah.
And what was it? My little brother fucking loves this game. He played it all the fucking time. Personally, I played a little bit of it. It was cool. You know, Kanye West's Power is in it. That's cool. I like that. It also had some cool weapons in TF2.
Of course. I'm more of a fan of Saints Row 2. That's the one I probably played the most.
Yeah, that seems to be the consensus.
That was back when like Saints Row was still trying to be Grand Theft Auto. It still had the veneer that it was trying to be Grand Theft Auto.
And it's still better than any Grand Theft Auto game.
Citation needed, but continue.
Known open world game hater, Tabby Nickel.
Okay, cool. What do you got, Tabby?
All right, Cliff Bleszinski retroactively owning himself in the past.
Oh, this is a good one.
On March 3rd, 2011, he's... Oh, you want to say something?
Yeah, before we go into this, who is Cliff Bleszinski?
Okay, so Cliffy B, or Cliff Bleszinski, was the lead director of Gears of War, the very good third-person shooter franchise of the 7th gen of consoles. 7th gen? 6th gen?
7th.
I've always been... 7th?
Yeah, I was on 360.
Yep, I'm bad at generations.
It's okay.
Cliffy B is an asshole.
Notorious.
Notorious, and is also notorious for a little game that you might remember known as Lawbreakers.
Yes.
Lawbreakers, he is quoted on camera saying, you know, we're not going to be the biggest. We're not going to be the second biggest. We're shooting for third.
Hey, that sounds humble.
But it contradicts every single interview he had about the game at the same E3 show. He said that.
Wasn't he responsible for another game that died?
Yeah, he's been responsible
Radical
for
Heights.
A lot of Yes. I'll stand by this as well. Radical Heights is the best battle royale game that's ever been made.
I haven't played it.
Dead. Yeah, because it was only alive for a month, but me and a couple of friends played it like religiously when it came out. It was because it was the right combination of like Fortnite cartooniness to PUBG feeling good gunplay. But I digress. Yeah, Cliffy B basically in this entire article, and it's an interview, and he talks about how what's the exact quote? Why don't we do PR more? The truth is internet trolls are assholes and publishers don't want it. No, Cliffy B, people will just call you out for your bullshit, and you happen to have a popular game franchise when you were talking about this, but now that you don't, people can make fun of you and you just have to take it.
Please read the paragraph.
You end up like David Jaffe.
Please read the paragraph that follows that, though.
I think it's important that you read the paragraph.
You are forming a band here, and you are the front man. If you are the face of the company, you have to stay humble. You don't want some Metallica monster thing going on here. It's not just your game. It's the team's game. And if you are fortunate enough to become visible and you meet a fan, you shake their hand and you thank them. No, that was actually an issue. Was there was a lot of like, I almost feel like this might be in direct like correlation to Indie Game the movie, because
oh my God.
Like
I can't believe it's an episode in and we're bringing up Indie Game the movie,
because you know a lot of those people. Oh no, it couldn't be. It was a year before it, so we don't have to worry about Indie Game.
Indie Game the movie came out in 2011, right?
Yeah,
at least per a quick Google search. But yeah, Cliffy B.
Yeah.
Ha 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 ha.
I kind of like that movie.
Very funny.
Just thought it was good.
So I've got. Let me see here. Let me see exactly what the date is.
You have one small thing and like one really big thing.
Yeah, and obviously we save we do the morsel first, even though that's not what we did in the beginning of the show. In March 2nd, 2005, 3 days ago, or 2 days ago, fucking time zones. 2 days ago, as of this recording, the ESRB released E10 plus, everyone 10 and older, which is like just like a really weird rating system. They were like talking about how like, yeah, like they want racing games to be E, but like if the racing game has like pretty bad crashes, maybe we'll make it like 10 plus. Like, what are you talking about?
E10 is definitely the weirdest of the ratings that exist now. Like, I guess adults only is kind of weird, but that's only weird in the fact that like no game gets rated that.
Yeah, and it's like
except for Subverse, of course.
Like a superhero game, like that could be like an E, but like if it's like a game where the superhero is like fighting, it's like an E10, and it's like,
yeah, it's just a weird aversion to violence in general.
You put cartoon violence in E games, like what?
I think it's because games started getting more realistic looking, and this is just how they decided to respond to it. Because like it you know, it's one thing in like Yoshi's Island where you're throwing eggs at creatures and like beating them in the skulls and they pop and disappear. Because like game's like it's like 16 bits, like it's like sprites. You know, there's enough of a disconnect there to make it a E for everyone game. Although I guess at that point it was a K to A, kids to adults. Does anyone remember that one?
No, that would have been
before E.
Oh yeah, before E, K to A.
Yeah, it was K to A, kids to adults. But yeah, like, you know, I wasn't like Shadow the Hedgehog one of the first ever games to get E10.
I think so, and it's because it was a Sonic game that had guns.
That's like the perfect game to get an E10, I think.
It really is. Yeah, no, this is like definitely like, this is just more of like, we're scared of video games for our children. We need to do something about this. Yeah, this is
also the peak of the Jack Thompson stuff, as seen in Control Alt Delete, the animated series.
Yeah,
you can't make me.
So yeah, that's interesting enough. What else you got, Tech?
I have a couple things I could pick from, but yeah, you know what? Oh, fuck it. This one is my favorite. This one's actually my favorite story. The Resident Evil 4 chainsaw controller is releasing worldwide. It was announced.
Yeah.
It was announced sometime this week. I don't remember the exact date. Back in 2005. I don't know. For those unaware, Resident Evil 4, when it came out, Resident Evil 4 was a very big deal game for Capcom. And to help promote it, all right, March 4th is when this was announced. They are... Oh my god, sorry, let me start over. The fucking Resident Evil 4, big deal game. Capcom was really pushing for this game to be a big success, so they had this controller, this third-party controller that it was for the GameCube and then later the PS2. It looks like the chainsaw from the game. It's like miniature sized. You hold it like a chainsaw, and it literally just has like controller buttons on it.
Yeah.
Like
you can pull the little thing to pull up your menu.
Yeah, there's a fucking ripcord, and it functions as the start button, I'm pretty sure. It's so fucking cool.
I didn't know that. That's hilarious.
It's super cool. Also, fun fact, Stop Skeletons from Fighting, also known as the Happy video game. Wait, is that
he doesn't like being called that,
No,
but
I know
yeah.
he doesn't. But, you know,
He made a
fine.
good video on this.
Sorry, Derek.
I'm sure. Sorry, we can call him Derek, but not the Happy video game nerd.
Great videos,
Anyway.
Derek. Keep him up.
So, fun thing about that is I actually saw a tweet from him today because I follow him on Twitter. And some people were like claiming that the RE4 chainsaw controller's ripcord does not work on PS2 Slims. and he just makes a video of him with a PS2 Slim playing Resident Evil 4. He pulls the ripcord and it works. He's like, see, it works on Slims. And that's it.
Well, that's one thing. At least that's one debunked rumor about the PS2 Slims. Now, can it play Jack X?
We'll find out.
Pause in Jack X?
Can you use the ripcord to pause in Jack X? That's what I want to know.
I don't know.
Yeah, the distributor or like the creator actually of this controller was this company called NubyTech. They actually made a shit ton of controllers for Capcom. They made like a Street Fighter one, but one I knew in particular was this one that they advertised on the back of the Mega Man X collection for a Mega Man X controller. And now this controller, even as a kid, and I like loved Mega Man X, this controller did not look good. It looked cheap as shit. Now let me pull up a picture of this fucking thing. Oh my god. Here.
And the picture will be in the show notes.
Yeah, picture in the show notes.
Wow, that is disgusting.
This thing, it's like got that like translucent cheapo plastic, not like the cool atomic purple plastic, but
yeah,
but like the 2000s example. I don't know. I don't think this ad is really funny though. It's like, now he's got his own controller.
Oh no,
so fucking sick. This controller blew me away, says Sigma. Arf, I want one. 0. Why is he a dog? Oh my god, this is way funnier than that. I'm so glad I picked this story so I can talk about this. You also, this is a weird pet peeve of mine, but it uses the Mega Man X8 art for X. Obviously, it makes sense. It was the most recent game at the time, but I do not like this key art of X. His eyes are too far apart. Do not think they look good.
That's a very like Sonic Arms type complaint of you to have.
Yeah, but it's a legitimate one.
All right, what else you got, Tabby?
Nope.
Yeah. No? You don't want to say anything else?
Nope.
Well, shit. We went back in time just for that? All right. Sure.
So I guess that just leaves us with my last thing, which is on March 4th, the year 2000, came a little thing called the PlayStation 2. Very cool.
What's amazing about this is somehow this completely slipped our minds when we were preparing for this podcast. Like, for some reason we didn't think to look up when the fucking PlayStation 2, the whole conceit of Null's channel came out. Well, to see if maybe we could get an easy win.
That was the Japanese release date, because we're all still ingrained in the October release date of North America.
That's true. It is the Japanese release date of the PS2, but you know what? Fuck it. That's like that honestly feels like the more important.
Yeah, I mean the PS2, it was just like, it's in my opinion the greatest console to have been made, besides the Ouya. But yeah, it's really cool. Like they were doing a lot of cool stuff, like those controllers that you're talking about, like the RE4 chainsaw controllers, like just weird, like interesting, unique controllers were just like blowing the fuck up, like all over the place on the PS2, like as it came out.
Yeah.
Well,
like there's just so many like interesting things. Just like weird keyboard controllers. You could play like MMOs on it. Like it was just like gaming as we knew it during that time was just fucking like expanding, like a fucking like a star just exploding. And it was really cool.
Very Brave New World territory.
It also, like, just the games that were releasing for it, I feel like it was probably one of the biggest growths of like originality in games since like the NES and like that whole era. Like
yeah,
the Mega
I'd say
Drive.
so until the whole indie boom started. Yeah.
An interesting thing about the PS2, which actually is in regards to its launch in NA, is that the Japanese government was like really, really trying to like stop them from releasing it like worldwide, because
what?
they were afraid that like people were going to use the PlayStation 2's like emotion engine to like guide missiles and shit, and they would be basically like selling weapons to foreign nations.
But you know that literally happened with the PS3.
It did happen with the PS3, but like it was just like so like weird and unheard of with the PS2, because it's like the power of the emotion engine could theoretically be used to guide missiles into our territory, so we need to like be really careful about selling this technology to other countries. And
in reality, it was just used for Fantavision.
Yeah, god damn it! She beat me to it. I was gonna mention that Fantavision is like launching guided missiles. Fuck!
It's just the movie War Games, but they're playing Fantavision.
Dude, fun for the whole family. Yeah, no. I think they tried to like rig a bunch of PS2s together to like try to do it at some point, just because this story came out and people were interested in trying it, but it didn't like. You could use it for military applications, but it just had so many issues like that. There's no point.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What was everyone's first PS2 game? Or like a couple of the firsts. Or like when did we all get PS2s?
I got PS2 like, geez, definitely like pretty late into its life cycle. I think like Need for Speed Underground 2 was one of the games that I like particularly remember playing a lot when I was young. And I remember like Need for Speed Underground 2 had a demo for Burnout 3 on it, which I like Need for Speed Underground 2. It's a very good like RPG game, right? But like Burnout 3, I was like, dude, this is awesome. I love Burnout 3. It's too bad I don't own Burnout 3. So I sat there and played the demo over and over and over again until like finally my parents were like, son, we got you the Burnout 3 you wanted. And I played that game. Burnout 3 has an excellent soundtrack. It has like very fun gameplay. It's like super good. I don't even like racing games that much, and it's just so good. I know that's a little like side tangent from the story or the question you asked, but wow, what a game.
So I genuinely could not tell you what my first PS2 game is. I don't know when I got it because I was young. I would have been like 6 when we got it. The first one I remember is SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Oh my god.
Very good
you
game.
had to mention that game.
Yeah.
Fuck it. All right. When I was a kid, I wanted SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom because I love SpongeBob, obviously. And I don't know if I begged my mom for it. I probably did. And one day she gets me the game. It's like, fucking awesome. Let's play it. It's the PC version.
Oh no.
Yes, I also had the PC version of it.
The PC version of Battle for Bikini Bottom is not like the other versions of the game that were on GameCube and stuff. It is like a point and click mini game collection. So when all the time I was playing this, I was like, so when am I gonna get to like slide down sand hills as Sandy? You don't. It doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So I have like no attachment to Battle for Bikini Bottom. I did, however, play the movie game a lot, and the movie game is made by the same devs. It's pretty much just a more linear version of Battle for Bikini Bottom. And it's actually pretty fucking good.
So you're the only person that I've ever talked to, Tech, that has played the PC version of Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Kindred Spirits.
Have you played the PC version of the movie game?
No.
Well, let me tell you.
I had the actual version of that.
Because I only had the PC version of it, and it's just the same as the PC version of Battle for Bikini Bottom.
That was a time when a lot of like when I mean, obviously there were like actual PC games, but like, you know, multiplats, they usually just like didn't fucking care about PC ports in that regard, I guess. I don't know. It was weird.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was just Nickelodeon, because I also had a cat dog game that was it wasn't the collection of mini games, but it was definitely very rudimentary. It was something like Quest for the Golden Hydrant or something. I don't know. I don't even like Cat Dog.
How do you not like Cat Dog?
Easily. My I don't remember when we got the PS2 exactly. I think it might have been 2001 or 2002. We got it for Christmas though, and the game, the PS2 didn't come with games, right?
No, not that I know.
No. All right. So then my parents bought Ratchet and Clank separately. Then, so I guess technically Ratchet and Clank is the first game I played, or the first game we had for the PS2. But I barely, if ever, played it. My older brother, played it a lot, and he got very mad at it because he was bad at it, and because he was like 8. But I think one of the first ever PS2 games I remember like actually playing was Dark Cloud. I remember that was a game we got very early on, and my brother would play it a lot too. I'd mostly just watch him, but I did play it a bit. And Dark Cloud is one of my favorite PS2 games, even if I acknowledge that it's very clunky. It's a very clunky game. I think it was like billed as a Zelda killer, and it definitely isn't that. It's like its own thing. But I would love if they did something with Dark Cloud. But they probably won't, because Sony sucks and Level 5 doesn't do anything.
So Dark Cloud and Dark Cloud 2 were released as a part of the PS2 on PS4 collection.
They were. That was the last time I played it.
So it's at least like known to Sony that those games exist and people like them. So maybe.
Yeah, but they re-released Eternal Ring on PS4 as well. I don't think that really means anything.
They also re-released.
Yeah, now we're making Elden Ring.
They re-released Siren onto PS4.
They really just dropped that whole like initiative though. I think there's only like 14 PS2 games. They really should have kept doing that.
Well, it's because I think all the developers went, hey, instead of just selling the old games again, why don't we just remake them or just like put them in an emulator box and sell it for $40?
Yeah, well, not enough of them did that.
I think they were just trying to dip their toes into the like Wii like shop shit. You know what I mean? Or like,
yeah,
like just whatever Nintendo was doing. It's just like, we could try that out. And it probably didn't work very well for them. And they're like, why don't we just
It was
not?
Apparently a bitch to add like trophy functionality into those games. And I hear that they don't even emulate that good on the PS5.
So that's an issue that that Sony has had, because like the PS1 on PS3 thing was a pretty big success in terms of people buying the games, but they don't emulate well at all onto them.
They don't?
No.
I remember playing a couple of them thinking that they play fine. Like I played Symphony of the Night that way.
Not PS1, the PS2 on PS3 games.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I heard about that. Although I played Katamari Damacy that way.
But if you're cool like me and you have a launch model PS3, you can just play them and it runs it off the native PS2 inside of it, and it's really cool.
Abby, your PS3 has the Emotion Engine.
It does.
Can we talk about how fucking awesome the Emotion
US
Engine as a name is?
For me.
Yeah, because it has the Emotion Engine and the Cell.
Yeah.
They just don't they don't come up with cool names for their processors anymore. That's my real problem with new consoles. So Sony what's in the PS4? AMD card? Oh my god, fuck off. Put like the Cell processor, that's a cool name, even if it's a nightmare.
What about blast processing?
Blast processing is fake, but it's also cool.
Blast processing.
Sega Saturn had quads. Hello.
The Super Nintendo 1 chip.
Yeah, the Mode 7.
The Mode 7.
Hello. They just don't come up with cool gimmick names anymore. They just tell us what's in these things.
This has been a great podcast. I'd like to thank everyone for coming.
I just want to talk about how cool the Emotion Engine is. Thank you all. Thank you all for listening to Journalism Not Guaranteed, the pilot episode to our Games News podcast. And see y'all next time when we come up with a cool end phrase for this awesome little podcast.
Hey, do you guys want to go back to your hometown and fuck a MILF?
Is that the plot of the movie?
Part of it.
I need to watch the movie, actually.
Well, don't. Yeah, I haven't seen it. Don't spoil it.
Well, it's a part of the plot in the sense of the whole time travel portion is really just a rom-com.